Twisties. Hi, welcome. I'm here today with my friend Afifa. Afifa is a designer. You can find lots of her designs over on Ravelry and other places too recently. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. She is a good friend of ours. You may remember, well, it's about a year ago now, I guess. We did a Yarn Friends collaboration with Destination Yarn and Afifa for the Mean Girls themed sweater called Feeling Fetch. And Afifa is wearing that right now. And we'll talk about that in a little bit too. Welcome, Afifa. Thank you for joining me on Good Morning Twisties.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How you been?
Good. I've missed seeing your face in person.
I love seeing you. We're too far. Afifa's in the Bay Area out in California and I'm in Michigan. So we only really get to see each other at shows. So maybe we'll have to make this more of a thing.
Yeah.
Once in a while, it's nice to actually have facial connection with a human person that's not in your immediate family or your puppy.
Absolutely. I do have a caveat to that though, are the people who try to FaceTime me unannounced.
Oh, that's not acceptable.
Yeah. I think they're trying to turn that off, so I'm going to do that.
Can't you do a decline? Or isn't there some sort of a, I'm driving right now, sorry, I can't talk.
I just walk away from my phone.
Yeah.
Because I don't always look like this. I just did this
Oh,
for you.
come on, yes you do.
No, I don't. This is just for you. This is my special Beth face.
We put lipstick on for each other.
We have a special friendship.
So tell me a little bit more about you. I said you're a designer, and that's first and foremost, I think, in my mind. What other kinds of things are you doing?
Well, I was teaching when I was allowed to be around actual live human beings.
Right.
But I've been recording some online tutorials that I'm going to be putting up on my website pretty soon.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm kind of playing with doing online classes. Just the good thing about this has been that I have more time to knit, which is kind of great.
Right. What are you working on now?
I'm working on something super secret that I can't show you.
Keep it down low then.
Yeah, okay. I'm on just a garter section right now, so I don't have to look at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm doing a sweater and I'm in the garter section right now too, so.
Oh, that's pretty. Is that your yarn that you're using?
Yeah, it is. It's Nomad is the colorway. I don't know if you can see it all. It's going to like a purpley, maroony color.
Super pretty.
It's ginormous. That's okay. It's more like a cardigan-y vest. It's gonna go down past my booty so I can wear like leggings or something underneath it.
Yeah, I love doing the extra long.
Yeah, I think I was supposed to stop about 10 rows ago, but I'm not stopping.
And that's fine. Are you going to try and finish all of your colors before you stop?
Yeah, in fact, I'm almost done with this evolution. And then I have another solid that Meg dyed up for me at the end color. Mm-hmm. I've got, let's see, this much left.
Oh my gosh.
And then this one starts.
Okay.
And so it just gets a little bit deeper. Hey, look. It might be one of my favorite colors.
You have a color theme going there.
I guess I do. Yeah.
So is that one of the bigger evolutions?
This one, what I showed you before, is a very big evolution. It's an yummy extra large, so worsted weight, extra large evolution with about 50 grams or so of a solid, also just like this, only in the purple at the top. Okay. Because it's worsted, I've got spaghetti going on now. Because it's worsted, I needed a little extra to make the sweater work the way I wanted it to. And then to make it longer, I added on the third, bit of solid. Mm-hmm. It's a coordinate. Our evolutions all have a beginning and end. So like for this one right here, the green and then the purpley, you can get just the solid of the green or the purple to extend a project or do stripes or something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, every single one of those colorways you can do that way.
I think I always just get so distracted by your gradients. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, Well, we just bring our Evolution products with us to shows. We have self-striping products and we have solid products as well. But when we go to in-person shows, we only bring the Evolution, which is the gradient style.
So your other products are all on your website?
Everything's on the website. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look because I thought you guys only did gradient, and I've known you for how many years now?
Yeah, I know. That's because that's what we have in person. In fact, our self-striping yarn is very different too. They are mini evolutions back to back. So there's not a hard stop line. So a self-striping would go green to purple to green to purple to green to purple. It's like sandwiched kind of. Yeah. So it's very smooth transitions. That's kind of what we are known for, is our smooth transitions. Instead of green to purple, right? Where there's a hard stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like
Even
that.
our striping is not stripy.
I love it.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, well, we'll talk about that in a second, but I want to talk about what you're wearing. That's our Feeling Fetch sweater. That was our yarn friend collaboration. Do you see all those loopies, you guys?
And then I'm not going to be able to turn back because this
is okay. Those loopies are so cool. They're like fluffy and floppy, and they're very textural, but they're not hard. You did a tutorial for that for us.
I did. Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel that I'm going to connect it to my website.
That would be great. Then I can send people.
And I do all of the things that I'm going to do this week.
And you can get that pattern over on Ravelry. Is that anywhere else or just on Ravelry right now?
This one is just on Ravelry right now, but I'm in the process of putting my patterns on Knitcrate.
Knitcrate.
And also on Makerist.
Awesome. Guys, I'll put those links below so you can find her in all 3 of those places and all of her designs so you can take a peek at them all. That's Knitcrate and Makerist. And Ravelry.
And Ravelry.
Right. Sure. This one behind me is called New Worlds. And that one is on Ravelry right now. I'll put a link below. And I'm sorry?
It's on all 3.
It's on all 3, you guys. There you go. So you can get that one in any of those 3 places. And if you see the yarn behind me, I'll turn. And at the end, I will pick those trays up so you can get a closer view of them. All of those cakes of yarn, they're all different colors. Any one of them can make that shawl, just one. That's kind of our shtick. Just one cake of yarn does the whole shawl. And those are ready to ship today. Like, send me an email, goods@twistedfiberart.com. Put the colorway that you want in the subject line. And if you are the first one, then I will email you back and say, it's yours. Send me your address and I'll send you an invoice. Boom, it'll get.
So are they one of a kind, the skeins you have behind you?
They're not one of a kind, but they're ready to go. Everything that we do is hand dyed to order, so we don't have very much of a backstock of any colors or any yarns. Usually it's what we have that we bring to yarn shows that we have on hand. If you place an order with us, we dye that yarn for you, and you get it in 3 to 4 weeks after your order is placed. But that way, if you need a little extra green or a little extra, or if you're making, we have a lot of people doing sweaters right now. This sweater I'm working on is actually because I'm in a knit along that we're doing for sweaters. And when you're doing a sweater, if you have multiple cakes of the same color and a few solids, that means they have to match. Right. So we'll dye them all together at the same time, because every time we dye, it's a different dye lot, so to speak. We mix every single time. So
it's never going to be exactly the same.
It's never going to be exactly the same, but they're pretty replicatable. The color is pretty consistent. Meg works hard on keeping those formulas true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end, I'll show you these colors behind, and there'll be a link to the pattern so you can buy through Afifa, and you can create your own kit like right away and have it in your hot little hands pretty darn quick. That's pretty cool.
You can even do a kit for this. This one, though, I think you gave me from, this is from one of your...
that Eclipse?
Yes, it is. Do you have it behind you?
I do, somewhere. Yeah. Here it is in sparkle.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it would be so cute to have the loopies in a sparkle.
Do you see the sparkle? Is it working?
Yes.
Put it in front of the light.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Yeah.
That would be super cute.
So we could do that, Eclipse. You guys.
I would almost pick like the lightest color to do the solid, just to make it kind of more of a summery sweater.
That would be so fun. It does have that like border, doesn't it? All around.
Yeah, this is all just picked up after.
Yeah.
So you could take any of the colors really and choose to do it with that.
I love that sweater.
Thank you. You need to make it for yourself.
What else is going on for you? You're working on transitioning some of your patterns to those other sites. But you've got a new design behind you. Is that what that is?
I do. Yeah, it's called the Mad Bee Shawl.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw it on Instagram. I was kind of pushing it hard last month. And it's actually, I have a cowl too. So I'm just going to show you the stitch detail because it's smaller here. So it's 4 different colors.
Oh, look how cute that is.
And
it's got eyelets. Did you know eyelets are my favorite thing in the whole wide world?
Are they really?
They are. I love eyelets.
Actually, it's really funny. One of my sample knitters was like, your eyelets are not matching up. And I was like, I did that on purpose because I didn't want them to match up. So it's 4 different colors. And I think it would be super pretty if you put the gradient back here.
Oh yeah, it would.
Because then it would work through in the different sections.
It would really pop. Yeah.
And in the shawl, I have the border knit perpendicular.
Oh, look at that.
See, like, I can't take it off here because
I can
the other secret is hiding underneath it. So what you do is you cast on stitches, and then if you use your gradient, it would go sideways for the bottom.
I love a sideways gradient. We've got a couple shawls that do that. They're really
I think
fun.
it would be so pretty in that.
Yeah.
And then I also designed a crop tee that's called the Mad Bee tee.
I'll link to all 3 of those in the notes here below so you can take a look at them. And if you have questions about how to use a gradient, how to use an evolution to make that shawl, you can send me an email, goods@twistedfiberart.com. I might end up texting you.
Absolutely.
Help me, tell me where to tell them to put the evolution, but you'll get your answer.
Well, with the tee, because it's a circular yoke.
Okay.
We could almost use just the weight, because this is a circular yoke too.
Right.
We could, it's a DK weight, so we could use the evolution for just the top.
Right, and then go solid. There are a couple sweaters over in our sweater make-along group that are doing exactly that. I'll link to that group and maybe a couple of those projects below as well. So you can kind of get an idea what she's talking about. Evolution on top and then straight up solid on the bottom. But when you use an evolution yarn and you get our coordinating solid, you won't have a line. It'll just, like, the evolution will just keep going.
Yeah.
Just forever. There's one in Blaze that I'm thinking of in particular. A yellow, goldy, yellow, orange, red one that's just beautiful.
Yeah, I just love the idea of using the gradient for the circular yoke part and then transitioning it, because it just makes it so much easier rather than going from color to color.
How long is the tee? Does it stop at the waist or is it longer or shorter?
Mine stops at my waist. I only added 5 inches because apparently I'm really short.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
Well, I have a short waist at least, so mine like ends right at my waist, but I have modifications on there to make it longer, obviously, because not everybody wants to wear it that short, or not everybody has such a short waist.
Right, and that's one of the things I love about your designs. They're very size inclusive and modifiable. Is that the right word?
I try to do that.
Yeah, you really do, and it's evident in any of the garments that you design that they're very sizable, and even in some of the shawls, they've got some good repeatable sections that you could add to or subtract from, dependent on the size that you are looking for to wear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this one I did. You can do it in either a DK or a fingering weight.
Oh, I love that.
Depending on how squishy you want it.
Right.
My original one was in a DK weight, and it's just the coziest thing ever. But this one's in a fingering weight, and it's much more wearable for me in our climate here.
Right. Well, California climate. So you're working from home, but is that your normal place to work, or are you transitioning from outside of the home to home working environment?
No, working from home is my place, but now there are other people in my office, like my children. And
you need one of those locks on the door from the inside.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, we should build a tiny home on our front patio so I can have a space for myself.
Yes. That's hard when you're doing like this and recording things. Right now I've got all my kids are all upstairs with the dogs locked in the room so they don't come down and like bark through. My husband's working in the bedroom. Like you just got to make do.
Well, I have this tiny little office that my husband and I share, and I set it up last week so that it actually looked nice behind me. Because I'm doing a lot more of this.
Yeah.
I'm chatting with friends. I'm doing virtual knit nights. I'm recording podcasts or whatever. And I was like, I need some place I can shut the door and you guys can do your thing.
I love that. I need that. I'm in my kitchen, which is very much not a tucked away little place. I set my background up about 5 minutes before we got on the call.
I love it.
I put my lipstick on first.
I never would have guessed that this was your kitchen.
I would turn it, but I'm not going to. When we get off the recorded session.
All right. See, I thought you had a little private shopping appointment set up for me because
I'm good. It is private shopping. Which one do you want? I'll send it to you.
All of them.
Oh no, I can't send them all.
No. Now I've got like this. I want to design another sweater with a gradient circular yoke.
I'm gonna send you a few pictures of things that I want to do, and then and then you can do it so that I can wear it.
Okay.
No, I don't mean that you make it and I'll wear it. You'll design it and then I'll make it and wear it.
Beth, I have been trying to make samples in sizes that are not just mine. I can only wear so many things.
Right, true.
Yeah, I organized my yarn and my samples last week, and what I did was I just dumped everything on the floor.
Yeah.
And one of my cats walked in and was so horrified, she turned around and left.
My dogs would have laid on top of it.
That's what I thought she would do, but she was just like, this is too messy for me. And she just turned around and left.
I love that. Cats.
So what have you been up to other than doing this?
Oh, I went back to school for my last class because, all of the time in the world. I don't really actually have all the time in the world. But it's my last class, and I've been kind of holding off on it because I wanted to take it in the fall where I could be there and in person because it's a science-y kind of, I'm taking anatomy and physiology. It's not my thing, but it's the last thing I need to get my bachelor's 20 years later. So because of the shutdowns, I decided, well, I'm just going to have to do it. I'm not going to wait another year before I know for sure that I can take it in person. But what I didn't consider is that summer sessions are accelerated.
Yeah.
And this class has never been taught virtually before.
Oh no. How's it going?
Not great. I mean, I'm doing fine. I'm doing absolutely fine. I'm passing my things, but it's three chapters, 100 questions per chapter, right? Plus a quiz for each chapter, plus a unit exam every week.
Every week?
Yeah.
That would normally be spread out over a year or over a semester?
Over a full semester. So it's reduced. I think normally they do like 1.5 to 2.
Uh-huh.
But it's all every single week, and it's stuff that I don't know. So I'm spending 4 to 5 to 6 hours per chapter just learning the stuff so I can take the test and so that I can take the quiz, so that I can take the unit exam and pray that I retain it for that full week so that I can.
Are they teaching you that stuff, or is it just on you to read all the stuff?
It's on me. There's no lecture. There's no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm starting to get a little bit more into the groove now, and I'm able to like, appropriate my time a little bit better. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting up earlier and spending an hour or so in the morning, then doing my full day of work, make dinner, eat dinner, and then sit back down to do another 4 hours before I crash at, at 10:30 or midnight, depending on the day.
Well, you look smarter for what it's worth.
You know what I am.
Yeah, just go like that. And then look at me like that. There we go.
It's rough, but I'm really proud of myself for sticking with it and not dropping it and saying, I guess I'll do this another time. I just want to get it done before my kids graduate from college. That'd be really great.
So that you can say you graduated first? Yeah. So you can say you were the first?
That's the goal. That's the goal. No, with this done and out of the way, by beginning of August, the semester will be done. Mm-hmm. And once I get these couple credits transferred back to my university, I'm taking them locally. So then I transfer it back to my university and I will have my diploma by December.
That's amazing. I want to see a picture of you in the graduation gown.
Oh, trust me, my mom's going to throw a parade. Even if they just have to drive the cars around the cul-de-sac or something, there's going to be something.
That's what everybody's been doing, right? Yeah. In fact, I think your graduation gown should be a gradient.
Oh, I bet you Meg would dye me some fabric.
I bet she would.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd even sew it for you.
No. That's okay. I'll get more.
You overestimated her love for you.
I mean, she is my sister, but.
Well, you can just wrap it around yourself like a toga.
Yeah, that'll probably be what I do.
Yeah. I think I'm
pretty proud of myself for getting it done. It's just a lot. So I haven't had a lot of time for knitting or really much of anything. I try to start my day knitting like 2 or 3 rows and end my day knitting 2 or 3 rows just so that I can say I've done something that day. But
I like that. I think that's a good philosophy.
Forever.
I think that's great. As long as you get a little bit in, because yesterday I didn't get to knitting until I was done with the day. Mm-hmm. And all day long I was stressing about the fact that I hadn't knit. Yeah. And I don't want to feel that way about my craft. No.
For me, it's a lot of reflection time, and I actually physically feel better once I've done 15 minutes. It's all it takes. And I can be like, okay, all right, what's next? Let's go. I can handle it. But I have a physical response to it. And I feel like I need that daily amount of time where there's nothing in my ear, there's nobody talking to me, I'm not watching a video or, I'm not listening to music. I just sit in the quiet and I knit and I listen to the tick, Yeah. And it just relaxes me. And just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I can turn on an audiobook and continue if I want, or go to sleep or whatever, I do the dishes. Other things have to get done in life, but
that's what children are for.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah.
No,
people who don't have kids say that to me all the time, and I'm like, you pick your battles?
Yeah, exactly. Might be more of a hassle to make that happen than other things in life.
Plus, we do it so much faster and more efficiently, don't we?
Exactly. And the counter's clean when you're done and not a big puddle.
Exactly.
Well, Afifa, thank you for joining me. Oh, I forgot. I have some quick orders of business that I was going to start with, and I didn't. Yes. So I better say them now really quick before we get going. Okay. First of all, you guys, we're out of penny candy. I put it up on the site, and 2 days later, you sold out of 3 years worth of hoarding of these little skeinlets. I were blown away. My Fawn texted me and said, take them down. I said, there's no way. Did you measure right? Did you weigh everything by grams and not by ounces or something? She did it right. Everything is fine. You guys, you bought 3 years worth of skeinlets in 2 days. Thank you. But they're off the site now. So we'll start collecting some more and you can buy some another time. Craziness. Today, this is important, you guys. Today is the last day for the new yarn sample sets to be sold for free, $0, zero. But at the end of the day, that coupon code won't work anymore. The coupon code, in case you missed it, is Good Morning Twisties, all one word. You can get all 4 of the new yarn bases for free to try out in little samples. So do that quick. And then the last thing, there's an isopropyl. I can't never say that word. How do you say that? Isopropyl?
Isopropyl is what I say.
No, we can't say it either. Isopropyl alcohol shortage. Apparently everybody's making hand sanitizer, which good. Kudos. Get it, use it, wash your hands. But that means that we can't mix a lot of our dyes that we that have higher concentrations of the alcohol to the dry dye when we mix them together. So I had to pull maybe like 15 or more colorways from the site. I did put a caveat on them so you can still see the colorway, but above it it'll say that it's not in rotation. This is only temporary. I've already gotten some emails. They're not gone forever, but we can't mix them in the higher concentration and still have some left over to do other colorways. So the ones with the highest proportions we had to pull from the site temporarily. They will come back as soon as we can get a reliable source for our alcohol for mixing. We don't want to pull it away from medical people who need it. We won't want to pull it away from hospitals or first responders. But until we can get it in a way that's responsible, we had to take this off the site. So I apologize if those were colorways that you were looking forward to getting. I think a couple of them are here in these trays. So if you want one, you can buy one today. Hey, we should go through that real quick.
Yes, please. I want to see all of it.
So the New World shawl takes one, either Tasty Large Evolution. Can you see it? There we go. Tasty Large Evolution or Glamour Large Evolution. They're the same yardage. These are the Tasties. Tasty is a merino cashmere nylon base yarn. So soft. You just feel the cashmere. Everything is soft.
Uber soft.
Just, yeah, uber soft. And I think Eventide is one. Maybe berry and spice. They might be, I can't remember now. A lot of the reds and pinks take more alcohol to mix. So any of these, and I'm going to I'll put a list in the notes below this video to tell you exactly what's in each tray. So if you send me an email, goods@twistedfiberart.com, and you tell me which one you want, if you say it first, I will just get it in the mail to you really quick. Okay, so one of these, and we'll make the New World shawl. And then these are the sparkle. These are our glamour base.
Ooh.
Sparkle. Oh yeah, it's showing up pretty good.
So pretty. Is that a gray one in the middle?
Right here?
Next to it.
This one?
That one.
This one, it's got some gray and some pink. This one's called Newton. Here, let me turn this on.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's actually for the Ravelry bunny, the Newton, the Ravelry bunny.
Oh, yeah.
From ages and ages ago. But
oh, my gosh.
A cream and then a tan, a brownish, grayish black, and then into a super sweet rosy pink in the center.
I love it.
Yeah, this colorway looks good on literally every single person. I've never seen anyone in any complexion that it doesn't look amazing on.
Yeah. I have to say, the first time that I ever worked with your yarn, I actually had to stop and fondle it every few minutes because I was like, why is it so delicious?
It really is. There's a new base that you would love. You like fingering, right?
I like everything.
Well,
but I work mostly with fingering because it works better here for me.
We have a new one. It's in the new yarn sample set. It's called Svelte.
Okay.
And her sister yarn is called Zaftig. They're like two sides of the coin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to be sending me one of those packages.
I will. I'll send you a new yarn sample set. Svelte is a superwash merino cashmere silk. Yeah. And because it's got the superwash in it, the color is crazy good, even though there's silk in it, which is very unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so soft. Oh, I have some, but it's all the way over there. I can't reach it. It's so soft and light that it's almost, it's like airy. It's floaty. It's so
super drapey.
So drapey. Okay, I'm gonna reach. Hang on a second.
Okay.
I got it. I didn't think I could get it. Look at the drape and the color. Look at the color on this. This is silk.
Oh wow.
Upside down, but can you see the drape on that? The hand. Yeah, like look at that.
So beautiful.
Yeah, and this one that goes to that.
I just want to get my hands on that.
It's called Zion, this colorway.
We're actually going to get to see each other in person again eventually.
Someday. Let's go sooner rather than later, but not too soon that it, you know, busts down the door of the virus. We want to keep people safe.
Yes, for sure. So are we saying goodbye now?
I think we are. I miss you.
It was really nice to see your face.
It was nice to see you.
So much for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. People really love when I get to talk to other people.
I just want to see you. I don't need to see you talking to anyone.
Thanks, everybody. I love you. Bye.